Hello, good morning. I hope you all are fine and safe at home. And you all have played chess. Like in the last class, we discussed how to play and what all things we have to keep in mind. So, did you all practice? So today we are going to learn a very interesting session. We are going to have a very interesting session because we are going to learn that how we can write the moves on copy, like the way we move on the chessboard, how we can write that in a copy and we can see that where we are going wrong, uh, why we write the moves. For example, you are playing a tournament, and in that tournament, in chess tournament, you think that you have lost the game, and later on, you don't know that where you went wrong. So we have to do the analysis that where we have done the mistake. So for that analysis, we write the move. Okay, we write the move to understand that where we are going wrong so that later on we'll not repeat that mistake. Okay, so that's why we write the move to analyze our mistake. Okay, so today we are going to learn that how to write it. So I want all of you to have a paper, copy and a pen with you because so that you'll not forget it. Okay. Just a second, I'm sharing my screen and then we'll start with the session. So I hope you all can see my screen, right? Just a second. Yes, so this is our chessboard. And wait, let me clear the board. Okay. So, when we look on the chessboard, you can see that there are different numbers and alphabets written on the chessboard. You can see A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay. So, these are the alphabets written and numbers written on the chessboard. So why we have written these numbers and alphabets on the chessboard? So that these numbers and alphabets will help us to write the move. Okay, so please pay attention because this is a very interesting and very important topic. Okay, so let me arrange the pieces. Okay, so now we can see that the pieces are arranged. Okay, now you can see the numbers are able to see the numbers on a chessboard. H, G, F, E, D, then C, then B, then A, and these are the alphabets, and here are the numbers. Okay. So, for example, you have moved your first move as this. From here, you have moved a pawn to here. Oh, I'm really sorry. A second. Yeah, from here, you have moved a pawn to here. Okay. So we have moved our pawn. So how we will write this move? Okay, we will write this move as E4. Okay, why will you write this as E4? Because this is on the E line. This pawn is at E line, and it is in the fourth row, fourth gear, what we call fourth number. We have to see the number and the alphabet. Okay, the alphabet and the number. So what is this alphabet and the number? This is E4. Okay, so we'll write this move as E4. Okay, we can also move this pawn here. So how we'll write this move? We'll write this move as E3. Okay, why E3? Because this is the E alphabet and this is the 3 number. So this square is known as E3. Okay, this is E and this is 3. So we'll write it as E3. Okay. Now, for example, I'll move my next move as I'll move my knight from here. Sorry, a second. Yeah. I'll move my knight from here to here. Okay. So how I will write this move? Where my knight has come, what is the square known as? This is what is this alphabet? E. Sorry. This is F. F and 3. So this square is known as F3. So we'll write it as F3. Now, this F3 square, how we'll come to know that knight is on that F3 square? So to donate it, we'll write NF3. Okay, from knight, although the spelling of knight is KNIGHT, but why we do not started with K? Because if we start writing knight with K, then we'll confuse with king also. Okay, because king also starts with A and knight. So we write N for knight. Okay, so this move will become knight F3. Okay, we don't have to write full knight. We'll just write N. Okay, so do one thing. Make one column and divide it into 2 parts. Okay, so first I'll tell you that what are the short forms which we are going to use for each piece. So let's do that first. Okay. So first write rook, R-O-O-K, rook in the first column, and in second column you have to write R. Just a simple R. We use its short form as R. Okay. And below that, we have written. Then below that, write knight. KNIGHT, knight. And in the second column, you have to write N in front of it. We'll use N donation as for knight. Okay, now third, write bishop. BISHOP, bishop. And in the next column, write B. Then you have to write king. KING, king. Below that, write king. And in front of it, you have to write K. As king will be donated as K. Below that, all you have written, okay. We'll repeat it again, okay? So below that, write queen. Queen. In front of the queen, you have to write Q. We'll donate as Q. Then bishop, knight, and rook we have already written. King we have written. Queen we have written. Okay. And for pawn, you can use P, or if you don't want to use P, you can simply write any square in which is this. So if you want to use P, you can write pawn, and in the front of it, you can write P. Okay. Yeah. So I'll repeat it once again. Okay. The short forms which we are going to use for writing the move. Okay. For rook, R. For knight, N. For bishop, B. For king, A, for queen, Q, for pawn, P. Okay? All of you have written? Okay. So let's start. So let me put my bishop from here to here. Now what we will call this square? Which alphabet is here? C. C alphabet is here. And which number is there? 4. So what it will come? B, C, 4. Why B? Because bishop. Bishop stands for B. We have written just now. Okay, so it will be bishop C4. B, C4. Okay. Now I want to move from my knight from this place to here. Okay, so now what I'll write? Which alphabet is this? Again C. C alphabet is here. And which number is there? You can see 3. 3 number is there and C alphabet is there. So what it will be? No. So what we'll write? Knight C3. How we'll write it? NC3. Because just now we wrote that knight will stand for N. Okay. So NC3. Okay. Now, how to write castling? Okay, so I want to do castle. From here, we all know how to do castle. King will move 2 squares and rook will come beside it. Okay, so yeah, we have done castle. As we know that there are 2 types of castling. One is short castle and one is long castle. So how do we write long castle and short castle? Short castle is written as this. You can see here castling 0-0. You can see short castle is written like this 0-0. You can see on the board here, see my arrow 0-0. Okay, this is how we write short castle. Write 0, then dash, then again 0. Okay, and how do we write long castle? Long castle is written as 0-0-0. 3 zeros. In short castle, 2 zeros. In long castle, 3 zeros. You can see this is for short castle, 2 zeros. And this is for long castle, 3 zeros. Okay. So this is how we write castling. Okay. Now, let's say I want to move my pawn from here to here. Yeah, a second. From here to here. Okay. So now how I'll write my this move? Tell me how you will write this. See the alphabet and the number. Alphabet is D. And number is 4. So what the square is known as? The square is known as D4. Okay? The square is known as D4. Now let's say I want to move my pawn from here to here. What this move is called? This move from here to here. This alphabet, the alphabet, and number 3. So what is the square known as? G3. Okay? The alphabet and number is 3. So G3. Okay? Yeah. So next I want to move my queen. Okay. All I have written? Yeah. So I'll move my queen from here to here. Okay? Yes. Now how I'll write this move? I move my queen from here. Okay, let me show once again. I move my queen from here to here. Okay? So how I'll write my this move? My queen. What we have to write for queen? We have to write Q. Just now we have written, right? Q. And which square is this? Alphabet is D. And number is 3. So how will write it? It will be queen. That is Q, D, 3. Okay. Now I'll move my rook. I want to move my rook from here to here. What we are writing for rook? R. So what this square will be called? R. This alphabet D and this number 1. So what it will be written as? Rook, that is R, R, D, 1. Okay? So that's how we write the move. You just have to take care of 3 things. Okay, the alphabet, the number, and which piece you are moving. If you're moving your knight, then you will write N. If you're moving your queen, then you will write Q. If king, then K. If bishop, then B. If rook, then R. Okay, so that's how we write the move and we write the castling. Okay, so and how we write it in actual game, we divide the page into 2 halves, and in one part we write black, in one part we write white, and second part we write black. Okay, so all the moves which white have moved, we'll write in the white column, and black's move we'll write in the black column. Okay, so okay, now I'll arrange black pieces also so that you will understand better. Yeah, just a second, huh? Okay, yeah. So you can see this chessboard. Now make 2 columns on a copy, one for white and one for black. Write one in one column write white and in second column write black. Okay. So I'll be moving and you will be writing the moves. Okay. Yeah. So shall we start? All you have made 2 columns, one for white and one for black. Okay, let's start. So I'm going to move. So as white always move first, so white will start. Okay, I'll move this pawn from here to here. Now write this move. What is this square known as? Number 4 and the alphabet E. So this will be written as E4. In the white column, write E4. First move is E4 for white. Now black will move this. Now what this square is known as? Again, the alphabet E and the number 5. Okay, you can see alphabet and the number. So this will known as E5. But we have to write it below the black column. Okay, this is the black's move. This is the black's move. So we'll write it below the black column. Okay, you have written below the black column E5. Now again, white has to move. White will move this knight from here to here. Yes. Now, how we will write this move? What this square is called? This is called knight. Knight for we'll use N, and this F and 3. Alphabet F and 3. So N, F3. Below E4 we have to write in white column. Okay, because this is white second move. Again, black will move. Black is moving this knight. From here, he'll come here. Okay, so how will write this move? Alphabet C. Number 6. What is moving? Knight. So N, C, 6. Okay, excellent, very good. You have to write this below E5, okay, in the black column. Yes, third move. Okay, so now what we learned, we have to first take all our pieces out. Okay, so we'll take our bishop out. Now let me put my bishop from here to here. Now tell me this square, alphabet, C, number, 4, and which piece? Bishop, that is B. So what we'll write? B, C, 4. Below knight F3 you have to write in the white column. Okay, everyone has written? Yeah. Now black has to move. Black will move. Let's say, yes. Black has moved this. Black has moved this. Knight from here to here. Okay. Now tell me about this square. How we'll write it? Alphabet, F, number, 6. Which piece? Knight. How we'll write? N, F6. Okay. Now what white will move? Black's horse. This knight is attacking our pawn. See, you can see this can happen. Okay. So we have to protect our pawn. Okay. So what we'll do? We'll also take out our knight, right? Let us take out our knight. Okay. I'm just sorry. Sorry. Yeah. So we'll also take out our knight from here to here. Okay. Now tell me about this square. We have taken our knight out. Now tell me about this square. Alphabet, C. Number, 3. Piece, knight. That stands for N. So how we'll write? N, C, P. I hope you all are getting a rough knowledge about how we have to write the moves. Okay, so we'll learn it. Don't worry. Now let's say black. Now it's a black move. So black is taking his bishop out. So black put his bishop here. How will you write this move? Tell me. Alphabet, B. Number, 4. Piece, bishop. That stands for B. So how will you write it? B, B4. B for bishop, B, alphabet, and then number 4. Okay. Now it's a white move. White will do castle in 2 squares and rook beside it. Yeah, I'm so sorry. How will write castle? This is short castle or long castle? Short castle or long castle? This is a short castle. Kingside castle is always a short castle. And queenside castle is always a long castle. So how we write short castle? 0 dash 0. And long castle 0 dash 0. You can see this is for short castle. You can see on my this computer. Okay, this is short castle and this is for long castle. 2 zeros and 3 zeros. Okay. Okay, so I hope you all got a rough idea that how we write the moves, all the short forms, and how we move and move out, how to write it. Okay, so yeah, one more thing. If any second, okay, let me create that situation for you. let's say my rook is here and this bishop is, black's bishop is here. Okay, so now on this chessboard you can see that this black bishop can kill this rook, right? Because bishop kills diagonally, right? So how we'll write this move? When a piece kills the another piece, how we write that move? Okay. For example, you all can see this is a bishop and this is a rook. Okay. So let's say this bishop captures this rook. Now how we'll write this move? We'll write it as bishop cross c4. Okay, let's do it again. My rook was here and the bishop was here. Sorry, and the bishop was here. Okay, now what we are doing? This bishop captures this rook. This bishop kills this rook because bishop captures diagonally. Okay, so this bishop has taken this rook. How we'll write this move? We'll write it as bishop b cross. Whenever a piece is the another piece, we donate it as cross. Okay, so it will be bishop cross c4 because rook was in the position of c4 again. Okay, bishop was rook was in c4 where my bishop was here. So bishop cross c4, alphabet and number, bishop cross c4. Okay. Okay, once again. For example, my queen is here and this knight is, let's say, here. Now you can see on the chessboard that this queen can capture this knight. Okay, this queen can kill this knight. Yes. So how will write this move? First, see e4. Okay, alphabet and number. This knight is in which square? e4. And if my queen captures this knight, so how we'll write this move? We'll write it as queen cross e4. Okay, queen because q. Okay, then cross, it kills. Cross means it kills. Then e4, which square? e4 square. Okay, so that's how we write the move. Okay, let me show you one more example. We'll do it. Okay. Now let's say our bishop is here and this knight is here. Okay, so again this bishop can capture this knight. Okay, because bishop kills diagonally. Okay, so let's say this bishop kills this knight. Now how we'll write it as on our notation? Think about it. Bishop, this means cross, bishop cross which square? F6, alphabet and number. Bishop cross F6 square. Okay, so that's how we write when we kill another piece. Okay, now one more thing. There are two types of mate. Like when you play the game now, so there are two types of mate. One is checkmate, as we all know, when other person wins the game. Checkmate is what? When the king doesn't have any position to move on the chessboard. He's not left with any squares. Okay, so that is known as checkmate. Now the second mate is stalemate. Okay, stalemate, that is Stalemate. Stalemate. Now what do you mean by stalemate? Stalemate means it is the same as checkmate. The king doesn't have any position to move. But when it doesn't have the position to move, then the king is not receiving any check also. Okay, let me show you. Don't get confused. I'll show you the situation, then you will understand properly. Okay. So first I'll show you checkmate, then we'll see stalemate. So you will understand the difference between the two. Okay. So Now we'll understand the checkmate first. Suppose my king is in this square and this black's rook is here and this queen is here. Sorry, it's here. So let's say black's queen is here and rook is here. Now this is called checkmate. Why this is called checkmate? Because king doesn't have any position to move. Okay, my king cannot go here. It cannot go here because again it's getting attacked by queen. My king cannot go here. Again queen. My king cannot come here also. And my king cannot come here also. So all these squares, all these four squares are blocked for my king. Okay. So my king cannot move anywhere. Okay. So this is called checkmate. Okay. And now what do you mean by stalemate? Stalemate is, let us say my king is here and this rook is here and yes. If I'm stuck in this position, okay, listen properly, okay? If I'm stuck in this position, you can see this is my king and this is my opponent's king, rook and bishop. Now tell me, is my king receiving any check? See the board properly and tell me, is my king receiving any check from any of the pieces? No, bishop is not attacking it, rook is not attacking it. Both the pieces are not attacking my king. So my king is not receiving any check. Second thing, do my king has any square to move? See on the chessboard. If I have any square to move, do I have? I don't have. I cannot go here because if I'll go here, then this bishop is attacking me, right? And these two squares are blocked for me because rook is here and king also here. So in this position, when I'm not receiving any check, but still my king is not having any place to move, then this is known as stalemate. And in this situation, the game is draw. That means both the people will get half points. Okay, this won't be considered as checkmate. What happens in checkmate? If this was a checkmate, then the score would have been 1 and 0 because the person who lost will get 0 points. But in this case, if a person is having a stalemate, then he is not receiving any check and is not having any square to move, then in this situation, the game is draw and it's a stalemate. Okay, so there are two types of mate. Okay. Then now we'll see how different pieces can what we say can do checkmate to the king. Okay, different pieces means how we can checkmate with the help of rook, with the help of queen, with the help of knight, with the help of bishop, and with the help of pawn also. Okay, and through which pieces we cannot mate. Okay, so I have a small puzzles for you. What you have to do, you just have to see it on the chessboard and think that how it will happen. And after 1 minute, I'll be telling you its solution. Okay, so let's start with it. Okay, so first my king is in E1. E1, you understand this alphabet and number. Okay, so my king is in E1 and opponent's queen is in C4. Where is C4 square? Here? Yeah, C4 square. And rook is in H2. Okay. My rook is in is h2. Yeah, here is h2. h2. Okay. Now what you have to do? You have to do check and mate in one move. It's black to move, and you have to do check and mate in one move. How you will do it? Tell me. Check and mate in one move. Okay. So now we can see on the chessboard that the check and mate can be done in two ways. Okay. For the first way, the simplest way is that I'll directly put my queen from this square to this square. I'll do queen c1. I'll put my queen c1 square, and it's a checkmate. Why? Because this line is blocked and this line is also blocked by rook. So it's a checkmate. Okay. So whenever we have a queen and a rook, or we have two rooks, what we have to do, we have to block the lines. We have to block the lines of the king. Okay. We can block it in vertical way also, and we can block in horizontal way also. So this was the horizontal way through which we blocked. Now we can block it in vertical way also. Okay, let's see, uh, like this. Yeah. This is the vertical way in which we could have blocked it. You can see this queen, this row has been blocked by queen, and this row has been blocked by rook. Okay, so second way, queen was in c4. I'm so sorry, black queen was in c4. Rook is in h2, and my king is in e1. So sorry, king. So first move was queen c4, which directly came here and was a checkmate. Now second way is that my queen can come from here to e2 square. It's again a checkmate. Okay, you can see there's no square left for king to move. So it's again a checkmate. Second one. My king is in h1. My king is in h1. Okay. And opponent's king is in h3. Then this bishop is in e3. E3 bishop. Okay. E3 square. And second bishop is in b3. Now again, look at the chessboard. And you have to do mate in one move. You have to mate in one move, and it's black to move. See on the chessboard, mate in one move, and it's black to move. Think about it. Mate in one move. You have to mate in one move. Okay. So the solution to this problem is we simply have to keep our bishop in e4 square, this white bishop, because let's see how many squares are blocked for king. I guess all the squares are blocked for king. Okay. So what we'll do, we'll directly put our bishop from this square to this square. Now it's a checkmate. The king is receiving check from this bishop. Now my king cannot move from here to this square also. This square is also blocked because again I'm receiving a check. Okay, now this square is also blocked and the square is also blocked. So yeah, it's a checkmate for me. Yeah, so this is how we do for bishop. In any situation when we are not having our queen and when we're having a queen also, in that situation also, what we have to do, we have to move the opponent's king to the corner of the chessboard. Okay, because when we move the king to the corner of the chessboard now, now again king, okay, I have a king g1, then king g5, opponent's king is king g5. Oh, I'm sorry, it's a g3. King g3, okay, g3, you can see g3 square is this square. Then an f4 and f4, that is knight f4. Where's f square? This. And bishop is in e2 square. Yeah, a second. Okay. Yeah. Or you can see the chessboard. The situation, all of you can see. Now what you have to do, you have to mate in 2 moves. It's black to move, and you have to mate in 2 moves with the help of this knight and with the help of this bishop. Think about it. How you will move your bishop and knight so that you are able to capture the white king. Okay, so let's see who all are correct. Okay, what we'll do first, we put this knight in h3 square. Okay, we put this knight in h3 square, and the king will receive check. King is receiving check from knight. Now which square is left for king to move? Look on the chessboard and say which square is left for king to move? Only one square. Only h1 square is left for the king to move. Okay, so now it's a force move. The king has to move here only. It doesn't have any option, right? So we'll move our king in the h1 square. Now simply second move is this bishop will come from here to here. And it's again a checkmate. My king is receiving check from this bishop. Now I cannot go to any square. Okay, this s2 square is blocked for me. This s2 square is blocked for me, right? This g2 square is g1 square is blocked for me. Then this g2 square is blocked for me. So I cannot go anywhere, and my king has been trapped. Okay, so that's how we mate with bishop and knight. We just have to move the opponent's king to the end of the chessboard. Okay, because it becomes easier to capture the king in the end of the chessboard. Okay, now next. Okay, so yeah, this one is very interesting. Okay, my king is in g1 and its king is in e5. Where is e5? E5, E5. Tell me where is E5? Here? Correct. Here. Okay. E5. And then I'm using my pawns, okay? F4. F4 is here. F4 and G4. Oh, I'm so sorry. Second now. This is F4 and this is G4. Okay. So this is the situation. My king is here. The opponent's king is here. And 2 pawns are placed here. Okay. Now how we have to move to win the game? What we'll do? Tell me. Okay, first tell me, can I win the game using these 2 pawns? Yes or no? Can I win the game using these pawns? I can win the game. Okay, I can. I'll show you. Okay. Now, when it's an end game and we are having pawn, so how we have to move it? We have to move it along with our king. Okay, we have to get a support through our king. So how we'll move it? For example, let's say it's a white to move. Okay, white to move. Then white has to move. White move his king from here to here, from G1 to G2. Okay, this is G2. Now what I'll do, I'll put my king to E4 square. Okay, E4 square. Now it's again white to move. What are the options left for white? Either white can go back or either white can come in. Is there any option to come in front? Like, okay, this place is blocked, this place is blocked, this place is blocked. All the three places are blocked. So he cannot move in front, right? So what are the places left for king? Only this place, this place, this place, and oh, I'm so sorry. This one, and this. Okay, so king can move only on these squares, which you can see. King is placed. Okay, so let's say king move here. Okay, now what we'll do? We put this pawn forward. Again, which square is left? The king will definitely go to this square. He will not go back. If he'll go back, then checkmate would be easier. We'll go. Again, what I'll do? I'll put my king in E3 square. First, we have to move our pawns along with the king. Okay? In the end game, when we have only pawns left. Now, what white will do? Again, he can go either in H3 square, in H1 square, or in F1 square. Three squares are left for him. So, let's say the king goes in F1 square. Now, what will happen? This become more easier for me. I'll put my pawn in front. Then king has only two squares, this square and this square. Suppose king goes to this square. Then what I'll do? I'll put my pawn again forward. Oh, I'm so sorry. Yeah. I'll put my pawn forward. Now king, what will king do? King will come here. Now again, I'll put my king in front. We have to move it parallelly. King and pawn. Okay. Now what this king can do? It can go here, it can go here. Two options are left. We say that king goes here. Now what we'll do? We'll simply put our pawn forward and we'll convert this pawn into the queen. Now simply we can win the game with the help of a queen and a king, right? So this is how we have to use our pawns. Okay, we cannot checkmate through the pawn, of course. So what we do? We put our pawn at the end of the line so that it can convert into any piece. And mostly we convert it into queen only because queen is the most powerful piece, right? So this is how we do it. Okay, so this is the last puzzle for today. Okay, so it's ND3. ND3, where's D3? Here. Okay, then where's queen E5? Where's E5? E5, E5, E5 is here. Then where's C5? Tell me, C5. C5 is here. Okay. Then rook F2. Okay. You can see on the chessboard. Now tell me, what all pieces this knight is attacking? How many pieces this knight is attacking? 1, 2, or 3. How many pieces is knight is attacking? This is a very simple puzzle. I'm just telling you that how knight move because most of you are getting confused. So tell me, how many pieces can knight capture? How many pieces can knight kill? 1, 2, or 3. There are 3 pieces. One is bishop, one is queen, and one is rook. And this is knight. You have to tell me how many pieces can this knight kill? 1, 2, or 3, or all the pieces. Excellent. It can kill all the 3 pieces. Right. Because my knight can move from here to here also. It can capture this also. Then it can capture this queen also. And this can capture this. Excellent. Okay, so I hope you all are understanding, right? How we have to play, how we have to write the game, and how we have to play the end game with the help of our pieces. Okay, so we don't have to learn this by heart. This is a game in which we have to build up a strategy that what next we have to move. We have to think a lot. You have to think 2, 3 moves in advance. And how this will come? This will come through practice. Practice a lot. Okay, you have to practice a lot. And okay, so today what you have to do, you will play game in the computer and you have to write that game. And later on, if you lose that game, you have to analyze that where you went wrong. Okay, this you have to do it today. Okay, and please daily, at least play one game daily so that you will understand how we have to move and how we have to build up a strategy. Because every game teaches us a lesson which we have to remember. Okay, so you just have to practice and practice. And just practice writing moves because writing moves is very important. Okay, so yeah, let me stop sharing my screen. Okay, so yeah, this was for today. And okay, bye bye. Have a good day ahead. Take care. Be safe.